just like that. Back on trail after getting resupplied and getting a nice shower and a good breakfast at Big Bear Lake. And packed up for about 4 days. Hitting the miles. So not a 0, just a little Nero, but still gonna hike until probably dark. That way get about 10 miles in. So beautiful day to hike. So take advantage of it while you can. Day 23. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of elevation, and it's pretty cruisy. So ate a lot, and I got a bunch of food to eat as usual. So and packed out a Coke. So all right, day 23. Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks. Stillwater hiker, aka rock and roll, back on trail. Pacific Crest. Over and out. All right, day 23 at camp. About 7-mile day out of Bear Lake. And we have some day hikers with a little baby. You should hear the baby crying. And then there's some, I think some PCT hikers, but there's the tent. Got it all set. And I was listening to some owls earlier. And there's something out there squeaking. I'm gonna try to figure out what that is. Here's an old crow. So, good night from day 23 on the PCT. Over and out.
Even at night, my heart instructs me. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices.
Hey, good afternoon. Cruising along in this great forest. Just did about 7 miles by noon. Nothing earth-shattering, but enjoying the day. And started taking it easy on the body. Stopping here and there and looking at the great views, but supposedly there's some bald eagles around here that are on some type of camera that you could log into by Big Bear Lake. And they had some new chicks, which is really cool. So keeping my eyes peeled for that. And just cruising right around Big Bear Lake. So you, once in a while you see a glimpse of the mountains and the lake, and it's just a beautiful area. So that's it. Just checking in and keep on going and grab some lunch. Over and out. All right. Just got done having a nice lunch. Stretched the legs a little bit. And then got back on trail. But you can see here, this whole area I think was part of some of the fires. Because it's pretty much barren everywhere you look. And then way off in the distance, there's some type of operation going on there, some mining. So it's interesting to find out what they're mining. But for them to be digging that whole side of the mountain, it has to be something pretty valuable, I would think. No wind out. Trail conditions are great. A lot of gentle sloping down today. Actually, for the next 30 miles, we start a descent down to Glenhaven, maybe. Glen Haven, which is a town. And yeah, cruisy type of trail. All right, I'll find out what kind of mine that is and let you know. But look at that Soul Survivor tree standing right there. Doesn't look like it's gonna last, but definitely got charred. All right, beautiful landscaping though. I mean, as far as views. All right, day 25, almost in the books. Cruising to Holcomb Creek campsite. And I'm gonna have 19 miles today. So nice day. It's been, like I said earlier, real nice and easy. I'm walking into the sunset right now. So we're taking a hard west turn, basically like around LA. But instead of going north, this group of mountains takes a 90 and goes towards the ocean essentially. And then it'll turn back north, probably about another 100 miles. So yeah, gonna be hitting 300 tomorrow. Gonna be fun. And tonight will be about at 292 maybe. All right, had a nice 19-mile day, and we are ready to hit the trail. Day 25 on the Pacific Crest Trail. We're gonna hit 300-mile marker as well today, and we got the hot springs. So we're gonna get grooving. Let's hit the trail. Right, coming down to Splinters. This is an awesome wood bridge. And check this thing out. Well, it's not really wood anymore. Looks like it's a lot of steel and transite material or some type of. Hey, man.
You got a cheeseburger in there?
I'll take it. Yeah, look at that. Woo! Coming across. Cranking the miles today. Yeah, look at that pool. Let's go swimming. Woo! Well, now that was exciting. Got into the little crossing right there, Holcomb Creek, at a beautiful spot to take a bath. Dip in, clean up a little bit, and now we're gonna head about 3 miles down or upstream to have lunch. But felt really good. It was cold, but it felt really good. All right, over and out. All right, it's official. We are close in creeping up to the 300-mile mark on the Pacific Crest Trail. It's just a matter of where now. Where is it? Meanwhile, we're walking by some nice quartz ike and stuff. A lot of blue quartz and stuff. This is really cool looking. There is the official 300 mark. Yee-hoo! On the PCT. Oh, baby, day 25. Sweet. How fun. And we only have 2,530 to go. All right. Woo! The 300-mile dance. Woo! On the tilt-a-whirl. Woo! Well, there's a little oasis away from home. Supposedly, we are close to hot springs, natural hot springs that are basically down in this canyon right here. We're gonna end up spending the night down here, and I'll keep you posted. But look at how beautiful this is. It's unbelievable. Well, I gotta stay on the trail. Can't go down yet. All right, keep you posted. Wow, so here is the hydrothermal water coming out of the ground. I just touched it and it is toasty. And it's trickling down here. And basically people probably have set up pools. Like here's one we could sit in. And this is where we're gonna camp tonight. Pretty awesome. All right, good morning. Day 26. I already got my breakfast in, and I'm sitting here at Hot Springs, just looking at it for one last time. Yesterday, got here about 4:30. Was able to jump in to the hot springs, and it's pretty cool because you got basically hot water coming from this thermal vent. That's the cold stream, but then there's these little areas that people have created that have 100 degree plus water coming into them. And there's a little area right over there. There's a pool. And then there's this area right behind me where the guys are in there right now. All right, another one of these awesome bridges across this, look at this thing, this awesome gorge. Holy cow. All right, as you can see, it's gonna be coming out of this canyon. I want to do a cross-section profile of this canyon because we've been going pretty even, but the water's flowing really in the opposite direction as we're hiking. It's actually going with our hiking, so this is a higher spot down in the gorge, so that's what's unique about it. There's a snow-capped mountain way out there. I don't know what that is. We'll figure it out. All right, cruising, baby. Almost 4 miles done. A little bit before 9 o'clock. Here is a bird's eye view of the Mojave Dam, or Mojave Fork River Dam, right there. Looks pretty dry, but in any event, this is the mouth of the headwater of that canyon that is where I basically spent all day yesterday and this morning walking out of. All right, just came out of the trail onto this road. And it is, look at that mountain. Basically, I was in that yesterday and the day before coming through it. Beautiful mountain range, beautiful canyon. Excuse me. All right, heading over to a big power plant. All right, just cruising around Silverwood Lake. It's a man-made reservoir. Some type of power plant here, so hydraulic, some type of, you can see some of the features down in there. That's pretty cool because I'm just walking along the whole parameter of this engineered marvel. All right, sun's starting to dip. It's sneaking up on 5 o'clock. I'm sneaking up on 20 miles, and we'll keep hiking, so keep you posted. All right, well, today concludes day 26 on the Pacific Crest Trail, the PCT. Unfortunately, I'm at mile 328, and I have to jump off trail. That's okay. Very happy with how far I've gotten. Got some stuff I got to take care of at home. Have a fantastic event coming up as well, TATUM's graduation. And yeah, as much as I want to keep hiking and really starting to feel really good about my trail legs and even my hips feeling better the last 2 days, oddly enough. That's okay. I am scheduled to fly out of Bakersfield tomorrow, and then I will return on May 5th. So in about 10 days. Till then, happy trails, and I'll be back on trail before you know it. Over and out.